Yeah, this is for the culture and for those who love us. Chill. CFW. Compton's most wanted in this motherfucker. South side to the best. North side to the beast. Doing folk with the 80. Greater later. Player to player. Real shit lasts forever.
All right.
Yeah, it is, goddammit.
There we go.
For real this time. We ain't playing this week. We weren't playing last week, but we really fucking ain't playing this week.
All right. Welcome to the Sick Show with my co-host, Montage One.
Yeah.
Legendary The Chill.
You got the chill.
CMW.
Chill.
What it is.
I am MannyUP. Thank you. And tonight, we got something special.
Got something special.
I mean, we got something special.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How special is it?
Yeah.
Just tell us, D. How special is it, baby?
Pretty damn special.
All right, well,
Exactly.
let me know.
All right. We got, of course, one half of CMW as one of our co-hosts, and we're just very glad to have him. But we got MC motherfucking Eiht in the house tonight.
I know y'all was saying I'm special in this motherfucker.
Oh, man.
Oh, for
you don't
sure.
know, homie.
Come on, man.
We got shit in store
as
for you,
raggedy-
bro.
I'm as raggedy as they come. Man.
Oh, man. Well, then
Nah,
we-
you a legend, my G.
Exactly.
Like,
for
real
sure.
talk.
For
Yes,
sure.
indeed.
Just
Yes,
welcome.
indeed. What's good? What's good?
Oh,
Man,
man,
welcome to the
everything
Sick
is
Show,
good.
man. You know, where we talk that shit, swap that spit.
That's right.
What's up for the day, Manny?
Oh, man, we just going to get into a couple of parts. We're going to go through a brief history of CMW as a whole, since we got the legendary Eiht and Chill here. It's rare
That's rare.
to see both of y'all.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we got y'all.
Got them
man.
both
Got
at
'em
Soul
both.
Folks. Let's go.
And,
I don't go nowhere.
That's
I'll
right,
stay
that's
the
right.
fuck- I'll be
And
in the
then,
damn house. Shit.
For sure. And we'll just talk about some industry stuff, what we doing after industry, you know, how we can help these kids, these new rappers, these new producers, how they should be more hip than us, because we went through the trials and tribulations and didn't get all the bread we were supposed to get. We learned lessons, but it would have been nice to learn lessons with some bread attached to it.
Yep.
And that don't mean we didn't get bread
Yeah, I
too
was
in the
about to
long
say.
run.
I mean,
90s
but,
got the best bread, period.
you know,
To date.
Exactly.
I mean, we
learned
sold
some
the
lessons.
best. Yeah, exactly. We've generated the most bread, but although all that generated bread didn't always get into the pockets that it was deserved to
Right.
get into, to be honest.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you go in diamond, when you selling 4, 5, 1, 2 million copies of hard, not that stream.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
That's a
generated.
lot of money.
A lot of
Yeah,
money
it is.
generated.
Yeah, you
And,
gotta understand them contracts,
oh.
though, and the percentages you get and what comes with that. A lot of us as young artists didn't understand contracts and paperworks and shit, so we was just happy to sign record deals and you know, get us a chain ride in a limo and maybe get a spot in Right On a Rap Beat magazine.
Right.
You know, we was good with that, so we didn't understand what the percentages like we do today, and that's why you see a lot of artists today, these new cats that come out. You see a lot of them snatching a gang of bread, you know, with the streaming and all that, because they didn't have that back in our days. We had to sell hard records, but
Right.
contracts were structured differently. You know, you had to sign the major labels back then, and cats like myself, we were only getting probably about 50 to 60 cents per record. So even though we probably generated sales of 1 million, 2, 3 million copies, you were never seeing that money because basically you had to recoup all the shit that the record labels gave you, you know.
That's the lesson.
Yeah.
that's one of the lessons.
That's
G,
the lesson.
give me a can of applause for that lesson. Oh, yeah.
Hey,
There we go.
motherfucker.
There we
D
go.
motherfucker D. Oh, by the way,
I forgot
by the way, y'all, finally we got the sound bite for my nigga. D, give it up for yourself real quick.
Motherfucker D.
There you go.
There
Right.
you
Our
got it.
producer, our editor, our
D motherfucker, he
Wikipedia.
finally made it.
There we go. Our
So
Wikipedia.
look, with how it was, like 50 cents a copy or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days versus now. It's kind of a yin and a yang because these cats is doing 360 deals, right? You know what I'm saying? To where the company, they want in on the show money, the publishing, the royalties, mechanical royalties, the whole get out. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Now, people speak badly of the 360 deal, but I gotta say, it depends on who's bringing what to the table. You would be a fucking idiot to take a 360 deal and you've already have all these avenues set up that you was just too lazy to reach out or some shit like that and take a 360 deal, then you fucked yourself. But if you don't have any of those connections and you want to have it all, I mean, it's kind of a
basically
cool
you got a
deal.
machine behind you, but
You got to break bread with everything.
if a
though.
motherfucker doing the beat, rapping, it's in your facilities, mixing and mastering, and then you turn around, go to the company, they give you some money,
Right.
But they won't in on the show, they won't in on the feature,
On the commercials,
everything,
everything
anything
involving
that come
you
in,
as
they
that
want
artist.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good
Well,
idea.
okay, I'm gonna give
I'd
you a
rather
good-
you
I'm gonna-
pay me for my services, and that's about it.
Well,
and
what
then if
about
we're gonna
when
make
you-
some money? We make some money together.
Well, what about when you have no taps into any of that? You know what I'm saying? So there's a small percentage of people who could probably benefit from it, but I would hope you make your contract as short as possible so that when you finally, let's just say if they just really broke an
because
artist.
at that time, the company ain't gonna recoup shit. I mean, well, the company is gonna recoup everything, but it's
Right.
gonna take them years to recoup that.
Right.
The artist will never get no money.
Okay, let
and
me
he
give
taking out his show money. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's
Let-
kind of scandalous.
No, it is. Let me give you a perfect example. Is it a good or bad deal? So when Empire started, right? They wanted Puffy Son to play the what was dude's name? Akeem or nah? What was
Oh, you
the
talking
main
about
guy?
the
I know
TV
you're
show
talking
Empire?
The TV show Empire, right? So they wanted Puffy Son to play the lead young rap character, right? But they was only willing to sign him for a 360 deal. So that meant that he would do music for the show, be featured on the show, of course get hot because of the show, but everything he did after the show, they still had a little piece.
Right.
And,
Right.
and Puffy wouldn't let him.
Right, because
Puffy
it's
wouldn't
fucking
let him.
Puffy's son. That's the perfect example. Like,
Exactly.
why would you do that when Puffy could tap into any of them shits at any time and make all that happen? Now you take a kid that has
The kid that did it now. He because Puffy's son didn't do it. The guy, I forgot his name. I'm gonna look him
Right.
up. He did it, right?
Right.
Now the show's kind of off the air,
Right.
I don't know if that 360 arm is still touching him, but
Right,
he
sure
ain't
it
came
is.
out with
Company is
nothing.
Still trying to recoup their money.
He
The
ain't
show
came
done
out
went
with
from
nothing.
sugar to shit. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like
I don't know if
the
that
kid
was a
never gonna get no
5-year
money.
deal.
Stick it
Yeah.
back
Was
on
that
the
a
block.
10-year deal?
because
Is he
you
still
speaking
stuck?
to a man who waited for the 5th motherfucking year or the first day of the last day of the 5th year and got out of a contract and got all my fucking music back to put out on iTunes and all that shit 100%. So all I'm saying is you could take a deal, and I took that deal because at the time it was RBC. They had their hands in a few areas that I wanted to fuck with, and I said to myself, I don't like this deal, but I'm gonna ride this shit out for 5 years, nigga. I'm gonna put that fucking reminder in my phone, nigga.
Yeah, we
so-
did a
And
deal.
nigga got out that motherfucker.
Yeah,
like,
we did a deal with over there at RBC, and it was the same thing. They, you know, what's dude's name and shit?
Brian
Shafton.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, they didn't even put no money up. I came with
Right.
the Dirty OGs. We came with it mixed, mastered, recorded. We had 10 videos.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Boom.
Right.
Y'all ain't got to put no money up. Really, all they charged us for the plug.
Right.
To put the shit in Best Buy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that was it. And
Right.
supercharged us for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So anything that came in, they claimed they had to recoup their money, and then sales go down, and then
I'll
you
tell
don't
you
get
straight
no
up,
money
they
off
did a
of it.
50-50
So it was
deal
a
with me.
fuck
Was that
deal.
what you had? 50-50?
Yeah.
Yeah. They
it
do
don't matter what
50-50
it
They
don't
ain't
matter
put
what
up
the
cheap.
percentage is when you're
I
in
say
control
I
of
say
the
do it
upcharging.
yourself.
Right.
If you ain't got that machine and they working, like you really motherfucking work your publicist, your marketing, the whole get out
Right.
to where they can get some money, do it yourself.
Well, I say the 360
It's,
deal
it's too
is,
many ways to do it. You got TuneCore, you got all these
right.
different places.
You're right. And
You know
that's
what I'm
why
saying?
the 360 deal is just way late because that actually would have been a good idea before, you know, the internet took off to a point where now you can really break yourself just thinking it out. You know what I'm saying? But there was a time where I thought the 360 deal would have worked for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's rock and roll. If you get that money up front and don't bank on no more money,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's Steven Tyler and them.
Right.
Give me the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go on tour. Y'all can't get none of this money.
Right, right.
I'm going to tour for about 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
true.
Rock this way for 3 years. And they going to be asking me to do a record. I'm be like, I'm not inspired.
Okay.
Right.
I'm with the family. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Right.
All right. While we got 8 here,
Free money.
we gonna go through a brief history. So, what year did y'all come out?
89.
1989. Dropped the first album, Legendary album. Nice.
No, well, actually, '89 was when the Compton compilation came out. It's
Okay.
when we bumped into Lonzo and DJ Unknown, and that was around the time when rap was getting first started in the city. There's a lot of underground cats. Toddy T, Spade,
Nice.
More Rock and M Walk and all them cats. TDK cats we used to listen to. So it was around that time where it was these two other cats that was trying to get on.
Yeah.
And we just happened to be, right place at the right time. Lonzo, Unknown, DJ Slip was there. And they heard a little bullshit demo tape we had did.
Yeah.
And from there, we got with
I
Slip.
remember that tape. Kicking dust. Yeah.
we got with Slip. And then from there, man, we did the Compton compilation, a song called Rhymes Too Funky. That came out on Crew Cut. Once again, we didn't get any royalties or any money from it.
Young niggas trying to rap.
I think I got maybe $150 or some shit
Right.
like that. But it was just a dream of recording and getting records. So that what led us to Techno Hop and doing the 3 songs for Techno Hop, which was This Is Compton.
This is Compton. I give up nothing.
And then
Give it up.
From there,
That's right. Those are legendary songs.
D motherfucker.
That's right.
the popularity of West Coast rap at the time was coming up, you know what I'm saying? So it just gave us paved the way for us to sign a deal, a shady deal through Big Beat Productions, which was Unknown's company.
Okay.
So look, real quick question: was we signed to Unknown?
We were signed to Big
Beat,
Yeah.
and Big Beat was signed to
Big B got a deal with
Orpheus. And Orpheus had a deal with
Orpheus had a distribution deal with Capital EMI.
Capital EMI.
Orpheus
See all them hands in the pot.
all them hands in.
But see, this is the tale of record labels from the beginning of the time.
Mm-hmm.
We as black people never owned record labels. They were all owned by, everybody know who the record labels were owned by.
Right.
So since the beginning of time, this is what happens. You walk in as an artist, you write your songs, you produce them, you come up with the music. Then Big Willie takes your music, puts it on the master. He puts it out to the masses. He claims 95, 97%, gives you 3%. You don't even really get 3%. A standard artist back in my days got 7 cents. We got points is what you call
points.
it.
Right.
Okay, so a standard dude like me would get maybe 7 points a record, which maybe equaled out to about 50-something cents.
Right.
Okay, so we signs a deal, and then the record labels go, okay, your budget gonna be 250 grand. Okay, that's coming from EMI. EMI goes, here Orpheus, here's 250. Orpheus goes, even though Orpheus ain't finna do a goddamn thing.
Nothing.
They not finna produce a record.
Right.
They not finna write shit.
Right.
They
just in the
market.
to it.
They just
not
in
finna
the
do
fucking
anything.
loop.
Facts.
They taking 150 off the top just because we Orpheus. No, matter of fact, we're gonna take 160.
Wow.
Okay. Then from that 160, they slide Unknown 90. Okay. And out of that 90, Unknown probably pocketed anywhere between 50 to 60.
Right.
And then he goes, it's 10, 15 left. That's what we gonna do the record with. 8, here go 2,500. Chill, here go 1,200. Slip, here go 3 grand.
Right.
And then he still take a portion of that.
Right.
Even though he done pocketed about 50, 60. So that went on for about 3 years.
Yeah.
That went on for the first CMW
Preach, my nigga.
records. So, but that's the standard business of an artist, because like I say, when you come into this business, we all get fucked. If you're an artist and you dealt with that situation, I don't give a fuck if you're an artist right now. You come out today and you going up under Whoop Wop Wham Records.
Right.
Whoop Wop Wham is gonna get you.
Right.
That's just the way it go, unless
Right.
you an independent motherfucker who go, fuck it, like there's TuneCores, there's Empires, there whatever.
Right.
But a standard artist, a person like me as a young motherfucker, had that dream of riding in limos and chains and that major label backing. So that's what entices you to sign that contract.
Right.
You're not thinking like, what kind of deal is this? Is it 360 or is it a 450
Yeah.
or is it a 17?
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck.
They ain't giving a
Not
fuck.
at all.
Just looking at it, nigga, I'm a young, hungry motherfucker from the streets of Compton.
Right. Right.
growing up and niggas are shooting in the backyard every
Right,
night. And
right.
you got to duck down and I'm trying to get the fuck up out of here
Right.
instead of get on the corner and slang
Right,
dope
right.
like I've been doing for the last couple of days.
And don't let them take your ass on the road real quick back then. You really hooked,
Oh man,
nigga.
you hit
Like-
states and shit. That's life changing.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
So that's just basically how we got started. We just followed in the path of a lot of artists who came up at that time. I'm good for, like I said, if you came up during the early 90s in music, the early 80s, you know, whatever, then that was your path. You get me? Everybody had labels. Lonzo had Crew Cut. They had Egypt Empire. They had Techno Hop. They had LA Dream Team Records. That's how niggas got on.
Right.
You get me? But in the sense of the case is you got young starving artists who writing and producing all this music, and then you just got some dudes who was in a position of power to go, fuck that. I don't give a fuck. You
That's
know?
true.
So
That's true.
that's why you have a lot of artists from our era who old school but don't have the accolades or the finances
Right.
that you see a Drake have or a Little Baby have
Right.
or whatever. Them niggas come out and bingo.
Right.
You get me? They got a Rolls Royce tomorrow
Right.
and 5 platinum
Right.
chains and shit because they're able to access their money from the standpoint of I got my own label.
Right,
You get
exactly.
me?
It's direct.
We,
Well,
we
they
didn't
learn
have,
from y'all.
We didn't have that knowledge.
That was
You got
the-
damn
They learn from y'all,
Yeah.
which is a
they knew,
blessing
like,
for
I'm
them.
not signing no fucking record
Exactly.
deal with no Sony records
right.
and shit
Exactly.
because I'm only gonna make 7 cents at the end of the
Right.
day.
Exactly.
You get me?
Exactly.
And somehow these labels are still finding niggas though, even in the midst of
Niggas
all
is still
this.
hungry. You got young,
Yeah.
inspiring artists.
right.
You
But
know
the
what I mean?
splits are better.
Labels ain't doing shit though.
Yeah,
nowadays.
they doing
Right.
shit.
Labels is sitting back and they going, let me get on my computer today.
Yeah, let me
and,
put this nigga on TikTok.
Look at this nigga in Tennessee who got 15 million views.
Right.
He got fucking 100,000 fans
Right,
on
right.
Instagram.
Already.
He got fucking 20,000, 30 subscribers on
Yeah,
his YouTube page. That's who I'm finna go give a deal to.
Yeah.
Exactly. Already
I don't
locked
gotta
in.
do no
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
then they
got
like
no fucking work.
You know,
I
and
got
then they
to-
like, you know what I'm saying? They like, what can you do for me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus, you know what I'm saying, what we could do for y'all. You know what I'm saying? As a company, how can we make some money together based on your talent?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They looking at niggas now like, what can you do for me?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm changing your life. I'm finna give you all this money. I'm finna take you out the hood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's back to that dude. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's like some people are gonna have the talent to be an artist and not know how to do the management shit. Period. I don't care how hard they
Man,
try.
they gon' everything is on
That deal
on-
might
on
be good for them
Instagram.
niggas. If they have no taps, like I said, into any parts of that game, and they don't know how to like conjure the shit up themselves through game, them niggas might be candidates for that fucking deal, bro. And they might be
they're-
really happy.
There isn't a motherfucker on this planet on earth right now who shouldn't know how to put out their own music.
Exactly.
And if you want to, because it's so accessible now.
Right.
It's like, shit, all I got to do is, I tell this niggas this shit every day. Record labels back then looked for talent. They looked for, motherfuckers went out to talent shows. and
Right.
They went to studios when they heard, this motherfucker was. They don't do that shit nowadays.
Right.
So what they do now is a nigga could, like, look at the setup. Nigga, I can get this program, get on my grandmama computer.
Yes.
Give me a mic right here. Nigga, and blah, 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 blah. Upload my shit to SoundCloud. And nigga, tomorrow I got 1 million fucking fans.
Right.
Now y'all come to me.
Right.
That's how we didn't have them tools.
Right.
Exactly.
We didn't have those tools, but at the same time, along with that comes millions of motherfuckers doing the same thing. So then there's becomes this area where it's like, okay, how do I separate myself from these millions of motherfuckers doing the same thing?
You can't.
Well,
You can't.
Sometimes you can, and it's usually through shock value. That's how they getting on now. They got shock value shit on the side that raises them up from the million motherfuckers. Because now this dude whipped his gun out. Or you notice when you check out World Star or Vlad, it's all about like, dude got arrested today with his gun in the car.
Controversy.
That shit.
That's the new form.
Right, right,
That's
right.
the new
Clout
form of.
chasing.
That's the
Right.
new. I don't even look at it clout chasing because them motherfuckers is just. It's the new form of gimmick.
Right.
Promo.
Right.
It's
And
the
in
new
that
form of
gimmick,
gimmick.
True.
and in
Facts.
that gimmick, it makes I swear to God, this is how it works. It makes everybody for that day shift to that nigga for the day. It's crazy.
Gimmicks have always worked in hip hop.
You know, everything is a fucking, you know, social media game these days. You know, motherfuckers look on, they keep scrolling if it ain't nothing interesting to look at.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So every time you see a bitch shaking her ass or a dude getting held up by the police and shit, you know what I mean?
Right. And if you can be a rapper at the same time.
Yeah, it's so many rappers. It's so many rappers these days.
And in between the
You know what
ass
I mean?
and titties,
Right.
you got to fight those because there's so much ass and titties.
But you got all these rap niggas that's just doing shit, like he said, SoundCloud sensations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, you know, you still got niggas that's solidified, that's dropping records and shit, you know what I'm saying? But we don't got those, you know, EMI motherfuckers no more, or Epics, or, you know, Sonys or whoever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? We doing the same thing they doing.
Right.
Straight to motherfucking Spotify or some shit.
Yeah,
Tidal, if anything.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But motherfuckers ain't seeing this shit because the world is smogged up with all this bullshit.
Right.
It's true. Now,
You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
great segue because we talked about business.
Right.
Now I want to get to the creative side of CMW. Because in a world where Compton, I don't know what the fuck was in the water in Compton, but y'all just came with so much talent, even to this
Man,
day.
good weed and PlayStation.
Man, let me tell you, the talent out, and even when you guys dropped, the talent was
Low
high.
riders.
You know what I'm saying? But you guys separated yourself with a jazzy soul, but still funky and hard as fuck, but it was different. It was different than NWA. It was different than, which I like, Above the Law was a more G-funky move.
Right.
Y'all was jazz, hard, funk, which actually pulled a line because East Coast would grab onto y'all because you, even though your sound was West Coast, they could feel that jazz.
Yeah.
They could feel that difference.
I was a record digger.
Okay.
If you want to call that a crate digger.
Digging in the crates.
It always serves you well.
Yeah, same here.
I was a nigga who grew up listening to other music.
Right.
I didn't listen to the Parliaments and the whatever, you know. I listened to a gang of white shit.
Right.
I listened to Duran Duran and Pat Benatar.
Nice.
As did I, yeah.
And I listened to Miles Davis.
I still do.
Craig T. Cooper and shit.
Right.
So I always wanted to, is what I tell motherfuckers when I used to write songs, whatever, or when I would have an idea, I would always want motherfuckers to sit down and look like as if they was in the movie theater,
right?
And they listening to the movie score, the soundtrack,
right?
And the car chase and the, you know, the excitement.
It
and
did
the
feel
horns
like
is
that too.
glaring
It
and all
felt
that.
like that.
So I didn't want to do the typical Atomic Dog, you know, Roger Zapp, because everybody was doing that where we was from,
right?
You know, and then like I said, being a lover of hip hop. You know, listening to niggas like Heavy D and Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Public Enemy,
Main Source,
and shit like that. It was diverse than listening to Easy or Cube or Toddy or whatever.
Bro,
so I always had that musical prowess. So when I would go to Slip, I would be like, oh no, motherfucker, we not gonna sample Atomic Dog. Listen to this motherfucking M2, listen to this, or listen to this Sugar Free, or listen to this motherfucking Michael Henderson, or listen to that's what we did. So, and then Slip was the type of motherfucker he would too, you know. Nigga, check out this Meters record. Check out this motherfucking Alex Bouillon record from overseas.
Listen, man.
Shout out to Slip.
Yeah, shout out to Slip, bro.
Shout out to DJ.
This is the realest way I could put this, bro. And I have been thinking about this for at least a week now, knowing that you was coming on the show. But you guys actually, with Music to Drive By, you're the blueprint of what like Madlib and Freddie Gibbs are doing right now.
That's real talk.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys started that to me with that record. Like, that shit was so motherfucking different at the time. It's like you hit a nigga with a sucker punch, bro. Because niggas probably would have swore up and down it was going to be more like gangster sounding.
It was gonna be
especially with the cover
was gonna
and
be
all
an
that
NWA
shit.
record.
That's what I'm saying. You never saw it coming. Look at the cover and all that shit, bro. You fuck niggas up when niggas open that fucking record or that fucking tape and threw that shit in.
And
you was like, what the
you hear
fuck?
the figure 8 playing.
They like, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck? These niggas is on some like, man, they giving New York problems, nigga.
But
Like,
that
wanted
hard.
to be different, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was just we just wanted to be different then. Like,
that was different.
than the
We was
typical-
always different anyway.
Right.
Not just in the music, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just in the hood,
Right.
on the street, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we rock with the homies, we do this, but we always was like, nigga, y'all doing that, we over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And people always wanted to do what we was doing.
Right.
That's the leader in us. We never was followers, even though we was doing this.
Right.
And I think that kind of poured off into the music.
Right.
You know what
No,
I'm
you
saying?
can tell, definitely.
Yeah, like
you can tell in the music that
Music
y'all
like
did.
they say,
Drive-by.
we sit up and listen to some crazy shit, but the shit jam.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And he
yeah.
penning, you know what I mean? So he like, man, let's rhyme to this. I'm in the cut like, yeah, that shit hard. Let's rhyme to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
We
nice.
wasn't scared to try shit that was out of the norm. Even though we were Compton and we was from the hood, and
Right.
was with all that
Banging the
you know,
Jerry curls and all that.
you
Yeah.
know, carrying straps,
Yeah.
standing in the hood every
Yeah.
day. You know, niggas with records are still going to the neighborhood and shit like that. We just, you know, when it came to the music shit, nigga wanted to stand out
Right.
differently.
Right.
And we never wanted to be the, you know, we never wanted to be the little brothers of NWA.
Right.
We wanted to stand on our own as Compton's Most Wanted.
Right.
Because even though they had their tales from the hood, man, I'm gonna tell you some different shit, man.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you
it was
some real.
more-
I'm gonna tell you some real hood shit.
Yeah.
Like for real shit.
Yeah.
Like nigga, some shit. Nigga, we was in the alley last night, nigga, and this shit happened.
Right.
So I'm gonna go
Nice.
home right quick, and I'm finna pin this shit. What happened to the homie, and the homie so and so,
Right.
and this happened and that happened. I'm gonna tell you some real shit, and that's where we came from. That's why you got songs like "Hood Took Me Under"
Right.
or "Nigga Struggling"
Right.
or "Drive By Miss Daisy,"
Right.
because that shit was going like the
Really
homie
happened.
running
Right,
through
right.
the alley
Yeah.
right now just from doing that shit.
Right.
Oh fuck, you see that shit, nigga? Nigga, chill to tell you, nigga. I
Yeah.
used to walk around with a fucking tape recorder.
Yeah,
Right,
that's what I
right.
did.
And I see some shit happen or something come in my brain, nigga. Click. Man, something wrong.
Yeah.
I go home and nigga, I'm writing about that shit.
Yeah.
I was one of them niggas, man. I'm
Wow.
not, I'm
That's
not
what's
one of
up.
them. Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna tell some shit off the top of my brain. Nah, nigga, I'm finna tell you in depth, nigga.
You know
So let
what?
me
It
go
totally
home.
reflects in the music, bro. Like you
it's true.
explaining a whole lot right now. I don't know how you came up with it, but it reflects
I saw-
in the music now
We
that you
saw
tell me
this
that.
shit every day.
Yeah.
That's what the difference is.
Yeah.
With being able, so niggas be like, man, how you come up with shit? Like, this shit happened yesterday.
Right, yeah. Right.
Like, what are you talking
Right,
about?
right.
Like, nigga, I ain't at home and shit in my face in the school book and
Right,
shit.
right.
Nigga, I'm on the block and shit.
That's
After
right.
we leave the studio,
Yeah.
nigga, we
Smoking.
going right to Trag New.
Right, right.
Hang out.
That's
Going to sleep. The experience of that is what brought you Compton's
Right.
Most Wanted.
Right.
You get me? Because like I said, we was real participants in that motherfucking genocide of killing motherfucking niggas and black on black crime and all that shit.
Right.
So,
Man, when you see niggas like Mixmaster Spade and Tidy T in a big ass K5 with the top down, big ass dookie ropes, pushing down Central, you know what I'm saying? And we standing there like, damn, them the homies right there. And we got they mixtape.
Right.
And we just got jacked by the police. They had us hemmed up. We loaded, drink it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All that shit is gonna pour off in the music.
and I like to tell motherfuckers that niggas might look at that and go, these were bad influences on a nigga, but them was positive influences on me. To watch niggas in the streets and the police and niggas getting jacked and niggas get dying for, you know, for the neighborhood and all that. It's what made me be able to tell the stories and shit that I brought to the table,
Right.
because that was real life besides what niggas saw in fucking movies like Colors and Boys in the Hood and Menace and shit. Like,
Right.
there's some real shit going on. Like, there's some real shit.
Right.
So,
And
a
all
real
right.
journalist.
All right. He did it. He done fucking mentioned Menace, dude.
All right.
All right, man.
This is his favorite movie.
This some shit. This is some shit, bro. That's dear to me, bro. It's dear to me, bro. Because, you know, for niggas that grew up banging, man, like, it's shit like Knee Deep sends a chill up your motherfucking spine. You know what I'm saying? Aqua Boogie sends a chill up your
you hear it.
motherfucking spine.
For sure.
But when you hear shit like D, help me out, bro. Can you help me, please?
Hey, homie, you need some help?
What's up?
Punk ass nigga, come on, niggas.
Nigga, that's that real shit, my nigga. You made me want to get in the motherfucking car, nigga, from the motherfucking movie seats, nigga.
I'm about to call my producers and shit and say, man, I need me some motherfucking sound effects on my podcast.
Yeah, you do.
right,
Yeah,
that's right.
nigga. I was
We at
flying
the
that
6
in,
show,
nigga.
baby.
Last minute flew that shit in because I thought about it when we was outside. I was like, I'm gonna ask this nigga to be like, come on, nigga. And I was like, in case he don't, nigga,
Man,
I got the sound bite.
I'm like I said, Menace, like I said, was one of those movies, one of those cult classics. You know, shout out to the Hughes brothers, all the participants. It was just one of those things, like, man, and I didn't think a motherfucker was gonna come to me. Really, it was for Ren. That's who the shit was for.
Shout out to Ren.
Hey, shout out to Ren, but I don't really think he could have been as charismatic, my nigga. Like,
You know, Ren and them was that man. Shout out my nigga Ren. You know, they was large, man. You know,
Right.
so it fit the purpose. You know, when you looking at niggas like Cube, and then you had Tupac. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that was the next lineup. It just so happened that Ren was busy, and
It was just meant to be.
the motherfuckers
Yeah, it was
was
meant to be.
you know,
Yeah.
seeing a nigga on the box and shit
Right.
every other day, listening to One Time gaffle them up, seeing niggas standing by Compton High and
Right.
real hood niggas.
Right.
Man, they was like, let's call this nigga
Right.
and see what's up. And now, I'm not thinking shit. Nigga, we was on the road, I think, in Cleveland or some shit.
Chicago, I remember.
And then I wasn't even tripping off that shit. But the nigga got the part because I just thought that they wanted some kind of authenticity they wanted to bring to the table. Not disrespecting the acting skills of Lorenz, or shout out Lorenz and Tyron and Jada.
Right, right.
whatever.
For sure.
But like I said, a nigga lived this shit.
Yeah.
That particular part.
oh, you could totally tell, my nigga.
I grew up in Compton, California. So I walked to school, rode bikes, walked through neighborhoods, got sweated niggas, gats pulled
Right.
out gats.
Exactly.
We went through all that shit. So when this character came about, it was like, oh, this is
You
the
was
homie.
you was that record label we were just talking about a minute ago. You got paid for fucking nothing.
Oh no, that was the
Because you was just yourself, my
had,
nigga.
Yeah, they had scripts and all that shit, and I had lines, but I was able to ad lib a lot of shit.
Oh yes, you was.
I was
nigga.
able to ad lib a lot of shit because I just tell Alan or Albert, man, nigga, we don't do no shit.
Nigga,
like
you're
that.
the authoritarian, nigga, on the set, nigga.
And they be like, oh, what he doing? Man, nigga, we don't say no shit like that.
Yeah.
We don't wear no shit like that.
Yeah.
So look, being that like Tyron, Jada, Clifton Powell, you know what I'm saying? The people that went on to be these,
Giants. They went on to be
yeah,
giants.
you know what I'm saying? Mogul folks, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of them.
For sure.
Have you ever seen yourself or wondered like, maybe I should have took the acting right, or was you ever interested in it?
I wasn't
like that?
interested in acting. I really wasn't.
Yeah.
I really wasn't. I know they was doing the acting thing, the rappers and all that shit. And roles came across my desk, you know.
Had to.
Right.
Had to.
Yeah, you and man, let me tell
A
you,
lot
bro.
of corny shit though.
You really did.
That is what really kept me to the left
Right.
of
Okay.
doing the movie thing.
Right.
Because, some motherfuckers that check come and they be like, hey man, I want you to put on a dress and some
Oh,
lipstick
right,
and whatever.
right.
Any movies
And the
that
nigga
came, any movies that came out, give us one. Eiht.
And
Give
the
us
nigga-
one. Can we get one?
They wanted to, I got a script to read for the Chris Tucker, Charlie Sheen, what was that? The money
Train.
Yeah, money train.
Money Train.
whatever that movie.
Money
was.
Talks.
And
Money
they wanted-
Talks.
Money Talks.
Right.
They wanted me
Okay.
to play Aaron, the gun dude.
Okay. I remember
when
that.
he went to go see
Oh,
Aaron?
yeah,
that
yeah.
nigga had all the guns
Yeah.
in there. They wanted me to play. That shit was corny to me. I mean, look at it.
Right,
If you
exactly.
look at the movie
Right.
and you look at the character, that shit's corny.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want to be no corny ass
That's
nigga.
Right, right, right.
So
Hey, shout out to Eiht for not selling out on the corny road.
That's right. Give him
Corny
something.
roads.
Give him something. Because
Hey.
basically, though, hopefully, I think you probably could have told him, and Hollywood is tough.
Yeah.
Like, this shit is corny. If I'm in it, let me show you how the gun guy I think should be.
Eventually it would have got there. And I was gonna say,
And
big homie,
I think that's what happened because they wanted it to be a little more comedic.
Right.
A little lighter.
And I was a little bit too more like, yeah, motherfucker.
Like, for
cuz,
real.
Nigga, this how you get
but see,
this.
they don't realize there's comedy in that though. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
true.
There's comedy in that.
Motherfuckers was probably like, man, this nigga gonna go out to his car and pop the trunk on him.
Yeah, right.
No, but it is comedy
Maybe
and
we-
authenticity
maybe we need-
always.
And
Maybe they
authenticity.
probably was like, maybe we need to deal with us a real Hollywood actor.
Right.
Because he probably want to bring his own guns to the set.
Right.
Next thing you know,
And have you ever thought of this, bro? Like, you could probably, ain't no probably to it, you could get paid to be like a gang set authoritarian where they like bring you in to just make sure everything's authentic.
Shout out
You
to
have a
Dub
real
C. That's
resume.
what he does for
See?
Snowfall.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying, my
Hey,
nigga.
that shit looking
Acting coach. And he did Straight Outta Compton.
That's what
Okay.
I'm saying, my
Okay.
nigga.
Dope.
Come on, man. Them
dope.
is two of the same niggas.
There are definitely roles out there that you're starting to see
Right.
that are depicting, you know, the realism of what niggas do,
Right.
Of being from the streets, and a nigga don't have to stray from who he feels or what he believes in,
Right.
or what he
Okay.
stood for as far as hip hop is concerned. Like I
Right.
said, because there's been plenty of opportunities to sell out,
Right.
but I just felt like that ain't me, man. I come from Compton, man. I
That's
don't,
right.
I don't want to be that. And I can't pick or judge any other motherfucker for what they do or what they've done in their career.
Right.
And it might have helped them or hurt them or whatever it has. But to me, I just been comfortable being right where I am.
So it's safe to say that that's not a passion of yours, acting.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need to be here. I don't need to be here. I'm good right here.
Right.
Well, hopefully, another role will just land
Yeah,
in your
yeah.
life.
I mean, shit.
I'm
you
feeling
know,
like-
I'm right here. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done small little shit.
Yeah.
You know, I
Thicker
did.
than water
Because
was dope.
technically
Yeah.
your character is still alive, my nigga.
Yes, it does.
He didn't get
So they can
smoked,
bring, yeah,
nigga.
they can bring me back and I can
Hey,
smoke a
Wack.
couple of motherfuckers.
Yeah, you can
still.
smoke a couple of
Yeah.
niggas. You could be that big OG that be like, man, y'all niggas
send
tripping,
niggas
man.
on missions and
Man,
bring
all right, I'm getting to
Yeah.
the computer.
Hughes Brothers, Menace to Society. The next one was happening. He
I've
ready.
done-
Right.
But I've done small roles.
Right.
Thicker Than Water with
Right.
Mac 10.
That was
with
real
Fat
good.
That was
Joe.
dope.
That was
You
dope.
get me?
Pen gun, nigga.
I had a small role in the story of the real Freeway Rick and 100 Kilos.
Oh, dope.
I had a little small part in a movie called Who Stole the Potato Salad or some shit like that.
Oh,
I
shit.
remember that.
All
Yeah.
kind of shit, man. I've
Yeah.
done small shit, but
Okay.
I've never. But that's just been on the love of the directors or the producers knowing me in a
Right.
friend
Okay.
kind of way.
Oh, right,
Going,
right,
"Man,
right.
Let me hit up 8 and see if he'll come through and do this. And you know, me and Mac 10 fucked around as far as who banging is concerned. So I went on ahead and did that.
Right.
And as the 100 Kilos, it was just a favor to somebody, and I said fuck it. But I've never been one of those dudes to chase the white rabbit. You feel me?
Right.
Fuck
Exactly.
it, man. I'm
Exactly.
cool, man.
Exactly.
I'm cool
Exactly.
right here. I get up every morning. God wake me up. I thank that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still able to bust a couple of raps and
Oh, for
moves and
sure.
shit.
Yeah.
You get me? Coach the kids in football.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
my son grow up and not have to go through a lot of the shit I went through.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
And I'm gonna
Nice.
tell you, I was worried for you, my nigga, when I caught that shit on your Instagram.
Oh, yeah,
when you was
definitely.
in the hospital and was during like the height of COVID. Niggas gonna immediately
Oh, yeah,
try to
everybody
spread
thought I
that
had
shit
COVID.
because you had a mask on and shit. Like, nigga, everybody has to wear a fucking mask in the hospital, my nigga. Like,
That
doesn't mean
that's
he had
it.
COVID.
I mean, people who know me, I ain't gonna get into it, but people who know me know it ain't no COVID.
Yeah.
They know I've been dealing with shit for a long time.
I got like 50 calls. Man, what's up with that?
Yeah, right. I'm
like,
sure
he's
you
straight,
did.
bro.
He's
Just
loved.
talk to him. What
Niggas
happened?
He's
care
loved.
though.
Yeah,
Niggas
nah,
care,
he's
bro.
loved.
Oh,
He's
no, you
loved.
know, that's true. That's true friendship. That's true fans.
Right.
Whatever. And
Checking
people
in.
are
Yeah.
generally concerned.
Right.
You
Exactly.
know, especially like you said, was what's been going on with the last year with the pandemic and COVID and a lot
It's
of
tough.
loved ones passing and being so unexpected. You
Yeah.
know, and we've lost a lot of our childhood heroes,
Yeah.
our favorite singers and
Yeah.
actors and all that
Yeah.
shit. So it gets to be kind of a little tension, a little nervous for people
Right.
when you hearing motherfuckers so close to your backyard or home,
Right.
like, oh
Right.
man, so and so died,
Right.
and then 2 days later, and he died,
Yeah,
and then
man,
4
it's been
days
tough.
later, and then that motherfucker
Yeah,
died.
bro.
You like, oh my god,
lot
What
of
the
that.
fuck?
It's like
What
a
the
lot
hell's
of
going on?
Fuck.
So
Man.
yeah, but you know, I shout out to all the people, you know, the well wishers and shit. Like I said,
Give it to him.
I've
That's
been
right.
Dealing with shit, but you know, we working through it, and that's another thing for us. And another thing for us coming from these streets and being, you know, black men. You know, we got to watch the health. A lot of people don't speak on health and hip hop,
Right.
And you know, motherfucking is labels giving up health care to these artists who bringing in millions and millions of dollars and shit like that because you know they fending for they got their workers and shit.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers
Yeah,
who come in
exactly.
and punch the
I think
clocks every
they
day.
quick to give a chick, you know, fake ass and fake titties and shit
Before
versus getting a motherfucker some dental or
for some preventative
insurance.
care.
Yeah,
Right.
check
Right.
your diabetes and shit
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that.
Well,
You know what I
unfortunately,
mean?
I think they're more concerned
That's
about
a main thing,
Right.
though. If you are an artist who are signed to a major label, Sony, Universal,
Right.
whatever, them motherfuckers got health plans.
Yeah, they do.
I need to
They
get on
do.
me. I need to get on me some kind of artist health plan.
Right.
Man.
Right.
Fuck
For sure.
that shit.
Right.
If I can go out and sell records for you and bring in dollars,
Make
you
sure
should be
I'm
giving
healthy.
me some motherfuckers.
That's
so
real
I can go
fucking-
get. I can go get my
real
motherfucking.
Take it from a nigga who
check,
broke
man,
his
shit.
leg in Sri Lanka, India, on tour, my nigga. Like, you gotta have some kind of coverage. Even though I was out with Jason Derulo and that shit like took care of me well. Like Kobe Bryant treated me well, but still, like I had my own shit cracking just in case.
Right.
And my whole world got turned inside out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
You
Shit
go,
be
you
happening.
go work for General Motors, you get health care. You
exactly.
go work for so and so, you get health care. Motherfucker, I'm working for Universal Records and shit. Give me some health
Show
care.
me some kind of coverage, right?
That's another thing we need to push too, especially for us, you know, black men and whatever. Anybody in the minority aspect. You feel me?
Especially if y'all still collecting publishing.
You got
Right.
You collecting publishing.
Hey, man,
I need some
give me some
health care
for my publishing.
And
Come
nigga,
on,
if we gonna go there,
Come
let me
on.
keep it all the way 100, my nigga. Like the one thing that's probably killing off a lot of black niggas is niggas not getting their prostates checked, man. So get your motherfucking which camera's on? This one. Get your motherfucking prostate checked, nigga. Fuck all that homo talk and all that shit.
But they
nigga.
got blood tests.
Nigga, that
No,
shit
they do it
okay.
different down.
They do it now.
Yeah. They
They do
swipe your shit.
Yeah, we had
You know
it
what I'm
bad,
saying?
nigga, back in the
Yeah,
day,
yeah,
nigga.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
we had it bad.
Swipe your shit.
We had it bad, nigga.
Fell it to 'em. You know what I'm saying?
Get your shit checked, nigga.
South side to the best, north side to the least. Doing